So welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. Today we are taking a look at title update number 12. Now this title update number 12 has a few fixes in terms of general stuff, but the main important thing here is the CONMEBOL tournaments. They're going to be integrated into the game now, and we're going to take a look at a few things here that they've added in, including new faces, some career mode stuff, also kickoff stuff, and some teams and all that kind of stuff. Now if you do enjoy today's video, please leave a like for me. It always helps when you do. And if you are new to the channel and you want to know all the latest FIFA 20 news and updates, make sure you subscribe today so you don't miss anything. So let's get into it. EA dropped a little bit of a pitch notes article about this update, so I'm going to read it so you don't have to, but it's basically going to cover everything that you need to know about title update number 12. So first things first, Mr. Zaro put out the thing that said, "Hey FIFA fans, the latest title update for FIFA 20 is now available and includes the changes below. Before we get into the changes, I can let you know that it is available on the PS4 and the PC. I think it's also available on the Xbox, so you should be able to download this today and get into the update straight away. You don't have to wait a week on consoles and stuff, so that's a good thing." So let's get into the gameplay changes. This is what they've done with title update number 12. It's not too many changes, but they've made the following. Increase the impact of the overload ball side D-pad tactic on in-game stamina. Now, we all know that the overload ball side thing was being abused online. A lot of people complaining that it's too overpowered and people are using it too much and it needed to be nerfed. And today it looks like they are nerfing it with title update number 12. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't tested it out, but these are just words. They've also increased the impact of the constant pressure D-pad tactic on in-game stamina in order to match the impact of overload ball side. So because they tweaked overload ball side, they decided to tweak constant pressure to balance it out. And that's pretty much all the gameplay tweaks, but let's move on to some Ultimate Team stuff. They've addressed the following issues. Quick selling squad fitness items from the squad actions menu displayed an incorrect quick sell value and the item was unable to be quick sold. Player pick items were not displaying correctly on the FUT Champions end of match rank progression screen. So if you experienced any of those, they're supposed to be fixed now, and that's pretty much it for Ultimate Team changes. It's not a big update in terms of general fixes and stuff, but there is some Volta stuff. They've addressed the following issues there. Avatars recruited after the Tokyo event in the Volta story were incorrectly retaining an attribute increase until Volta story was exited. Addressed instances of debug text displaying in the Volta shop. Those were the two Volta fixes there, nothing really too major. I don't even know if people are still interested in Volta. I say that every time. I just don't see anyone even talking about Volta anymore. Alright, so we got the boring stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the main important thing with title update number 12. The CONMEBOL tournaments. So they've made the following changes to this. They've added in CONMEBOL competitions to career mode and kickoff mode. So let's take a look at what that means. Alright, so we are in kickoff mode. Now if you're looking for licensed clubs like Boca Juniors and that, do not go to the classic match option, because if you go to that one, you're going to have just the standard FIFA 20 experience like it was before the update. Buenos Aires will be there instead of Boca Juniors, and all the other clubs won't be, licensed or even in the game as a new team. So just avoid that if you're looking for Libertadores teams. If you're looking for Libertadores teams, go to the actual tile that says CONMEBOL Libertadores, click on that, and then you can find clubs that are a part of the thing, and they're going to be licensed as well. So look for the CONMEBOL heading, and you will find clubs like Boca Juniors, which are now licensed in the game, but it's pretty limited. It's only available through the tournament mode. I don't think you can use these clubs in career mode. We'll take a look at that later. And then we have Flamengo as well, and there's also other clubs there. Some of these could be new as well, because you can also play with Sudamericana teams as well that are part of the tournament in real life. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some new teams. But the most important thing here is all the clubs are licensed, so you don't have to worry. But with the Brazilian clubs, and I'll check that later, I think the players are going to have fake names. It's just a whole different licensing issue. But yeah, they're going to have the proper kits and the club names and badges, which at the very least is what EA could do. So now let's take a tour of career mode to see what is new with this update. Now it's also important to know that the licensed clubs like Boca Juniors and that are not available in career mode. You can use the generic version of the club and the generic version of River Plate and all that. Even some Brazilian clubs that are available in the Copa Libertadores are not going to be available in career mode, like Flamengo and Palmeiras and all that, those kinds of teams. But I don't know, maybe it's some sort of licensing issue where it's just limited to the tournament. We will take a look at that soon, don't worry. But for now, in career mode, it's very, very basic. It's pretty much the same experience as you would have before. But let's pick a club here that is licensed, like Racing Club. That's one of EA's partners. And you'll notice that when you get to the tiles, it'll have South American competition. So you can disable that or enable that. That is like the Champions League one for the European competition or career modes. And yeah, we'll enable that to take a look. And let's get into it. and let's see what it's like. Alright, so when you reach March 2020 in career mode, you will get some Libertadores matches to play if you are using a club that's part of it in the first season, like a racing club. It's got full logos and stuff in the calendar, so there's proper branding. There's also a new overlay thing, just like the other competitions have in career mode. There's news tiles that are dedicated to the competitions. And then the rest of the layout is pretty much the standard career mode stuff. There's also branding for the Copa Sudamericana as well, which is like the Europa League of the region. And yeah, you can also check the tables and all that kind of stuff, the rounds with this competition. It's got another branding layout as well. So if you are a part of that, you will get its own little background in career mode. But I was taking a look at this, and it looks like clubs like Grêmio, Flamengo are licensed in this career mode, but you can't actually use them yourself. They're part of the tournament in the first season. I don't know, it's a little weird, this whole situation. I don't see Boca Juniors here though. And then we have a press conference room here, which looks pretty nice. It's got the full branding as well. And it's got all the sponsors in the background. That's really nice. And you got the ball there. Pretty much your career mode standard experience now, but with Libertadores branding. Alright, so that was your kickoff and career mode tour there. Next up, we're going to take a look at this tournament tile that they added in. This is going to be the standalone tournament mode, which they added in as part of the main menu. And with this, they've also added in new stadiums, teams, and kits. There's 2 new stadiums that got added. The first one was for Independiente. It's called Libertadores de America. And then there's also the racing club stadium called the Estadio Presidente Perón. These are also going to be available in kickoff mode as well as anywhere else. But as you can see, we've got the licensed Boca Juniors right here. We've got the other teams like Flamengo, Palmeiras. We've got River Plate as well, Sao Paulo, Colo-Colo as well. Now, if you really wanted to, you can also replace some teams. So if you want to add a team in from the CONMEBOL Sudamericana, there is options there. Probably some of these teams are new as well. I'm not really sure though. And then you can add teams from Argentina, Brazil, and Chile as well. So this is like the Champions League tournament mode that was on the main menu before. It's not career mode, this is its own little tournament thing. So the only thing you can do is play the actual tournament. Now, if you're wondering about licensing, all the clubs in the tournament tile at least have the proper kits and that. But the Brazilian clubs like Flamengo do have fake names. So yeah, some Brazilian clubs will suffer with the fake players, but they do have the licensed kits. Now, they also have licensed club badges and names. The only problem is with the player names, it's a different license. Like Brazilian players own their own rights, so EA would have to negotiate with each individual player to get them in the game, I think. So it's not really EA's fault. It's just a very complicated issue with Brazilian clubs and player names. Let's take a look at some of the visual changes. They've also added in 17 new faces according to EA. I don't know why they don't put out a list. I think they should. But a few people have figured out most of the player faces anyway, and I've got them in this video. But these are available with a squad update, and I am pleased to say that the squad update is available now. You don't have to wait a few days. You can download it today. From the main menu, go to your Customize tab, go to the Edit Teams, go to Download Updates, press Yes, and you'll get the new faces in the game. So what we're going to have now is a compilation of the new faces. Some belong to Club America, some from Pumas. There's an icon one, and there's 2 manager faces as well that got added into the game. Apparently David Moyes has his face in the game now for West Ham, and it's not in crew mode at the moment. That photo is a mod, but I think it will come in a future squad update. It's not in the game at the moment. It's probably in Ultimate Team, but not in crew mode yet. Now in the visuals department, EA also said that they updated multiple kits, stadiums, and ad boards. I think I've also seen new balls, but the moment I find out which exact ones they are, I will throw them in a future video for use. So there is only one more thing left to do. Let's test out this DLC. What does it look like in game? We get a nice presentation here. Looks like the real deal. Very, very nice. We've got the real ball and also the trophy there. Let's get into a match. I'll just show the main highlights. I just wanted to take a look at the presentation. Now this is not a new stadium. I was going to play on the Racing Club new stadium, but you can't actually change the stadium when you play a final match. But yeah, it's got even some things on the grass like confetti. Got a bit of a chance here. He's probably offside. Why did I do that? And he is offside. So let me know if you're going to be playing this. I know this is more for South American people. They're probably going to get more excited about this than the Europeans. That's a good goal. But yeah, let me know if you're going to try it out. I guess it's good to try out at least. Good to do a tournament or something if you're bored as well. But ultimately, the main goal of this is to use it in career mode. So if you are using a club that's in South America and is available to participate in this competition, then you'll have more enjoyment trying to win it in career mode. Let's see what we can do here. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Got to go near post. Oh, we hit the post. Rebound. And it's in. That's it. 2-0. This game is already done. Now, I was checking the YouTube trailer that they posted about this DLC. And there was a few complaints about, obviously the licensing in career mode. But a few people were talking about the sound as well. They want it to be a little bit more louder. More like a South American crowd. And I guess that's one thing EA could improve on in future games as well. But yeah, let me know if you think it's too low or you think it's just right. Here's Abila. It's through on goal. No one's even coming to get him. What do? We chip the keeper. And it's in. Well done. So one thing that people also complained about was the trophy celebration. It's got nothing to do with the DLC. It's the fact that EA hasn't updated it. And it's the same across all career mode competitions. And no matter what you win, it's the same celebration. People just want to see something new with it. It's the same cutscene over and over again. And yeah, they want to change it. But in terms of the whole presentation, you do get the branded stuff like the trophy and also the logos and champion on the top. And yeah, I guess for what it's worth, it is a nice little DLC. I think if you're South American, this means more to you than anywhere else in the world. But regardless, it's good to get some new stuff into the game. And yeah, I'm sure some people will be happy about this. If you want to watch another FIFA 20 video, check out this one. Hit the card in the middle. It'll take you right there. I'll see you next time.